Welcome back. This is Benison Kingdom Network. My name is Taryn Starr, and glad to be bringing you some really interesting news today, not because of the story itself, because we've heard about it before, but actually because of the update that happened just 20 hours ago on January 3rd. So what we're dealing with right now is potentially the most insane level of convulsions in the entire world from any single US president, potentially of all time, it could be argued. But one of the interesting things that we're also watching is that Trump has been releasing numbers of statements over the past month about things he's going to do once he gets into office. One of those things that he has been harping on is everyone who was taken during the October 7th Hamas attack in Gaza, in the Gaza Strip. So between the Gaza and Israeli and the Hamas-Israeli conflict, there's been a lot of chatter. But one of the things that Trump has done recently is basically say that there was hell to pay if the hostage deadline was not met. And so this is a great thing for a couple reasons. This is a really specific strategy. What Trump is doing is basically saying that America is ready to take real force. So let's take a look at this. According to Ground News, this has honestly been covered by every major news outlet because it is a huge, huge story. 395 people have actually done different articles and coverage on this. It's pretty widespread. A lot of left-wing, a lot of right-wing, a lot of center people are debating this. But one of the things that is coming up repeatedly is that President-elect Trump has now warned of severe consequences. He hasn't necessarily said exactly what they are, but severe consequences if the Gaza hostages are not released before he takes office January 20th, 2025. Another point there is that Trump has actually demanded the immediate release of all Israeli hostages, and he's also stated that there will be hell to pay if they do remain captive. And one of the third things is that right now the Biden administration has not successfully secured a deal to free the hostages or really to end war or actually get anyone to commit to a ceasefire. What's really interesting is what happened 20 hours ago. It's January 3rd. So basically there were statements made by Hamas that they were going to continue potential negotiations with President Netanyahu on today, so January 3rd. 20 hours ago, right before January 23rd rolls in, this is what happens. Hamas issued a statement saying that they want a Gaza ceasefire deal as soon as possible. So think about that. You have the combination of the pressure of a brand new President-elect Trump coming in, saying there's going to be hell to pay. Biden administration has not gotten anywhere with this deal for 4 years. Trump comes in, and the day that negotiations are supposed to resume, Hamas says, never mind, we want a ceasefire deal. We want a ceasefire deal actually immediately, as soon as possible. I just think that this is mind-blowing. One of the incredible things about this story is that we're having senior officials come out and speak on behalf of Hamas. There's been indirect negotiations between Israel and Hamas about a ceasefire in Gaza. And those are all set to resume today. It was announced by Hamas. And now the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has officially authorized a delegation from Mossad, Shin Bet, and military to continue the negotiations in Qatar. Qatar is basically just a neutral space for both parties. So this is really great news, not only just for everyone who supports Israel, but honestly anyone who supports foreign relations from the U.S. What this looks like is a huge win on behalf of the United States. You can't argue that someone coming into office and all of a sudden a massive decision from a potentially a huge threat being made, that is huge news. So just wanted to bring it to you guys as fast as possible, given that this did happen today. It is January 3rd, and I just hope y'all are having a fantastic year. Beginning of the year, we're 3 days in. Continue on your year well. And let's continue moving forward.